This is a Gameboy Advance SP. I bought this one from Marktplaats, also known as a Craigslist in the Netherlands. The seller told me it was untested, so this was quite of a gamble. I must say, when it comes to aesthetics, this one isn't in very good shape. It's all scuffed and scratched, and there's a lot of dust and dirt in all these ports. So as the Nintendo fanboy that I am, I'm going to give it a Super Nintendo Super Famicom look in this video. So here's the new Super Famicom shell, as well as a new IPS kit screen. The first thing I'm going to do is remove the original battery. The logical next step is opening up the lower half of the shell. I must say that I haven't worked on a Gameboy Advance SP for 15 years, so steps in this video might be a bit rusty. Another thing with older hardware and plastics like these is that you have to be very careful, because it's all so brittle after that many years. A close-up of how dirty this thing has become over those past 20 plus years. The PCB has 3 tiny screws and is in fact the whole heart of this machine. It's connected with a flex cable to the original SP screen, but is pretty much a standalone item. Actually, I am not going to use any of these items, as I only want to salvage the motherboard. But it's an exercise for putting this thing back together with the new shell. I remember always hating how the flex cable runs through this super tiny crack and has to be jammed in there in an exact position, or else the cable will become damaged. Now to grab that new shell. This is an exercise in itself. Since it's been a long time I opened one of these and there was no manual present in the kit, I had to figure this one on my own. But first, I want to clean up that motherboard of all its crap it's been hugging. Air pressure and an alcohol swab will do the trick. Yeah, so normally I would never use these rubber domes that came with a replacement kit, but what the heck, I'll give it a shot. These never feel as good as the original, but I'm willing to take that risk. The process of getting this all in the correct manner is one that has to be written down. You can't just wing it and go from one procedure to another. No, the Gameboy Advance SP is a machine that needs to be opened up and put back together in the correct systematic steps. I'm going to be brutally honest, I tried to wing it in the first 30 minutes, only to just concede and do it like it was supposed to. Do it otherwise and be stubborn, you will fail multiple times. I forgot a lot of steps, like pulling the new IPS screen flex cable through the narrow gap, and had to pull out the motherboard many times, because I wasn't paying attention, and it's actually starting to look like something. Another problem arose. The new IPS Screen Kit didn't come with new hinges to open up the Game Boy smoothly, which is an annoying problem. Word of advice, if you are going to mod a Game Boy SP, get yourself a new hinge kit. These are cheap, as now I had to salvage the original hinges, so I just came to the conclusion to break the damn thing. I wasn't going to use the shell anyway, and it made it easier to remove the hinges. Pressing in those hinges was a crime itself, but with a flat plier and screwdriver I managed to get them down. It was time to put the machine back together. I also bought a new aftermarket battery. The original seemed to work fine, but after so many years I opted for a fresh one. On the seller listing, all Nintendo references aren't shown in the pictures, but you get a Nintendo badge sticker for the front and a unit information sticker for the back. Last chore is to pop in those rubber caps to hide the tri-wing screws. And we're done. Like in my other Game Boy mod videos, the difference is gigantic. The Advance SP has a backlit screen, which was sufficient 20 years ago. It's all we had back then, but it's a vast improvement, as you can see. Viewing angles are present, the colors are vibrant, and the pixels are crisp. So if you have an old Game Boy laying around and want to make the best of it when playing, or you want to actually see what you're doing when gaming, this IPS mod is a must-have. Did you enjoy this video at least a bit? Then I would appreciate it if you would tap that thumbs up button, and even a subscribe would be highly appreciated. This will keep you notified whenever a new video is uploaded, so you'll never miss out. And thank you for watching.